white to our right now. Jody Ballard with the dark fronts.
As most of you know, the problem with hitting Young is you have to find him first. Very adept, tying you up, staying away from you, slipping punches. You'll throw one, all of a sudden he'll be behind you.
Young, of course, very anxious to prove that that disputed decision he lost to Ali in April of '76 was a fluke. Beat Lyle again. Beat Lyle twice. Honolulu and in San Francisco.
It's confidence or arrogance on Jimmy Young's part, but he should know the role of the underdog. He's been there, so if he takes this guy too cheaply, he's
That's right.
Nailed.
That's right. We are in round one of a scheduled 10-rounder. Jimmy Young in the light trunks on the right against Jody Ballard. Young man out of Cleveland, Ohio. He weighs 205. Young with an 8-point weight advantage at 213. Young will be 29 in November. Ballard will be 27 in December. Ballard with a flurry, none of which did any serious harm. I wonder if as we sit here now, wondering if George Foreman is watching down in Houston on our NBC telecast tonight.
If he is, his memories of Young aren't too sweet, I'm sure.
No. George retired after losing.
Very frankly, and Joe, I guess you feel about the same way. I'm a bit surprised that George's retirement is held up.
I thought he'd come back. I thought it was one of those Sarah Bernhardt jobs.
Says he has found religion and doesn't want to fight anymore.
Push off, push off. Step back, please. Step back, please.
Scheduled for 10. We are in the closing seconds of round one. Ballard with 15 points to Young's 12. So Ballard with a 3-point voting edge after the first round. A little unusual there, fellas. There were some who thought, well, Jimmy Young's just going to have a little light workout.
He's been trying to catch everything. He's not throwing anything.
All field, no hit, Joe. Young is very deceptive. For a guy who makes his living being quick, he has what I'd call a soft body. It's not hard to find muscles, but nonetheless, he is in shape.
The referee, Charlie Roth, just turned to Young and said, what I want you guys to break, I want you to do it clean. Now, come on.
Young was a bit upset at that because Ballard had him by the shoulder.
Wondered why the referee's talking to him, huh?
Push him down.
All right, hold on.
Okay, guys. We are in round two. And now, referee Charles Roth wants to wipe off the gloves of Jimmy Young. He must have touched the canvas when he bent down that last interchange.
Rubbed right down his leg and right to the canvas. It was Ballard's corner that said, wipe the gloves off. Shades of Gaylord Perry, Brian.
Joe.
I love when we were in Baltimore. Joe came over to shake hands with me after checking with Gaylord. He slipped right through me.
Round 2, 1 minute to go. Ballard with a 3-point edge in the voting at the end of the first round.
It's a strange fight. Jimmy Young considers himself an artist in the ring, I think, and Jody Ballard is just plain and simple a street fighter. He's coming to beat you up.
Young on the right with an 8-point weight advantage and a 2.2-inch advantage in height. 6'2" to 6 feet.
You hear so many instructions from the corners, but Ballard's corners keep saying, don't wait. Don't wait.
That reminds me of, Joe, that reminds me when the corner always says, we're doing okay. He's not hitting us.
Check
you said from there.
Check the referee.
Yeah.
On May 4th, a tornado struck Olathe, Kansas.
We still haven't found the roof. Probably 2.
The end of round 2, it's Ballard with 30 points, Young with 26. So it's a 4-point lead. He's picked up another point.
I think we'd have to consider that a major surprise at this point.
Sure. We are in round 3. There have been no knockdowns as yet. For those of you who might have joined us a little bit late, Larry Holmes, the 7th round TKO over Young Sanford. And our first heavyweight bout on our night with heavyweights here in Las Vegas. And Ron Lyle just finished going 10 rounds and winning a majority decision over Stan Ward. Ken Norton goes against Lorenzo Zenon at the end of this one. So we've got a lot of action coming up yet. We've got Muhammad Ali watching from Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania, close to his training camp, getting ready for his bout with Ernie Shavers on September 29th on NBC. And Ernie is watching close to his training camp in Youngstown, Ohio. And we'll be hearing from those gentlemen a little bit later on again. Right above us. Don't get wet, Joe. Ken Norton coming up next against Lorenzo Zenon, of course, is going to meet Jimmy Young. And Shavers, of course, has a knockout victory over Jimmy Young. Oh, the heavyweight picture, quite complex. Jimmy Young was knocked out by Ernie Shavers in February of 1973. Early in his career.
That looping right by Ballard, overhand right, caught Young high on the head. Don't think it hurt him that much.
That was flat. Second one tagged him into the... He got a good body punch in there.
Jimmy apparently didn't take it too seriously. Jimmy's fights of his losses suffered 4 fights there, 70, 71, 72, 73, right in that area. Fellas like Clay Hodges, Roy Williams, and Randy Newman. Where are they now? But then he lost to Ernie Shavers in the first round, 73. And his last loss was in 76 to Muhammad Ali in April. That was a 15-round, rather controversial decision.
They're really rushing today. Hate to tell you, Stacy.
Jody Ballard, 39. Jimmy Young, 34. Ballard beating Young at the top of the head. Young complains.
Big fight going on. Ballard had a lead. It still holds on the lead. Open up this round, a couple of bolo punches. Ballard still with that 5-point lead.
Now getting a warning from referee Charles Roth. Does not like the guerrilla tactics.
That's a little bit of a Ali shuffle. At the end of this round, we are going to be going to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania for a comment from Muhammad Ali on how this fight is progressing in his eyes and opinion. Sitting there with Larry Merchant.
Those grunts or snorts you may hear above us emanating from Jimmy Young.
Young now starting to open up. He has been trailing in the first 4 rounds in the voting.
Catch him in this round.
Yeah, could be. Don't forget Jody Ballard is unranked. Comes in here with a record of 24 wins and 9 losses. Now, the guys he has fought are not in the same caliber as Jimmy Young, but there have been some pretty good names in there. He lost about 6 fights in 1976 when he had managerial problems. But he had 10 knockouts in his first 12 wins when he really came on in a rush in 1974. He lost to Henry Clark, he lost to Pedro Lavelle. That started down the road.
Young starting to pick up the pace quite a bit as he forces Ballard into the corner. I think Ballard stumbled back there more than was knocked out.
Now referee Charles Roth trying to get between the two. 5 seconds to go in round 5.
Anything about Jody?
Ballard is out in front now by 66 to 54. That's not correct. It's 56. 56. That's an incorrect score over there. Oh, it's a 2-point lead. We are early in round 6 now. Ballard with a lead, has held the lead since the first round. The biggest lead was 5 points. It's a 2-point lead now going into round 6.
He definitely is getting more aggressive, and he's going to have to because he did take him lightly to begin with. He took a page out of Ali's book, I think. Just kind of smiled at him.
Let's see if he can take the final page, which is turn it on when you have to.
That's the tough part.
Ballard has definitely come to mix it up. Good right.
Right above us. Young now trying to open up.
He's landing.
He hurt Ballard, or Ballard is giving a little sham job. Down on top of his head here, right above us. Jimmy Young in the white trunks on the left. And Ballard warned again by referee Charles Roth. This is round 6 of a scheduled 10-rounder. So far, we've had no knockdowns. 1 minute to go in this 6th round. Kenny Norton and Lorenzo Zenon coming up after this one on the night from the heavyweights here in Las Vegas.
Young is really sticking that left hand into Ballard right now, walking right into the face of the cannon and offering it to him.
Trying to throw the right. Ballard coming back.
Young seems to want to counter. He wants him to throw the punch and not get him.
Right.
He doesn't want to lead the parade.
Closing.
Good right hand. Good that time.
Yep. And we noticed Mr. Ballard didn't do any acting either.
And it is tied according to the officials. 69-69 is the point total. Young was behind by 5. He was behind by 2, and now he's caught him.
Joe and Stu, I find it very interesting that Ernie Chambers would sit there and say, despite looking at Jody Ballard carrying this fight to Jimmy Young and being ahead for most of it, saying that he gives Ballard very little chance.
From Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, we'll pause now for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WNBC TV, New York. This is WNBC.
He's watching Young just slowly taking charge. He came out here, they said to feel each other out, but it was more, well, when I want to turn it on, I will.
Evidently, that last round, he showed us the ability that he can.
Well, what they expect, that overhand right, that lead right.
Quick hands.
Yeah. Jody missed him with a roundhouse left.
And ties you up.
Yes. Again. Referee Charlie Ross trying to break him up. Well, Young has fought back. Ballard had a lead. Biggest lead was 5 points at the end of the 3rd and 4th rounds. Young narrowed the margin to 2 points at the end of the 5th and caught him in the 6th, and it's even right now, according to the 3 judges who do the official voting according to the Nevada Boxing Commission.
That's
1 minute to go in round 7.
That's like a bunch of grunting, nothing going on. Sounds good.
Well, I like the way we keep the scoring system because the folks at home have a pretty good idea of who's winning and who's losing rather than wait until the end and build up the suspense and then raising all kinds of you-know-what when it doesn't come out the way they want it.
It's not always a pleasant surprise.
Either man
Just a little rope-a-dope over there?
Round 7, neither man has been down. 10 seconds to go in round 7. Scheduled for 10.
You guys are experts on CB radios. I'm not. Give me one good reason to buy.
Telling Jimmy Young what to do.
Pressure with him. Pressure, more pressure. Once you got him going, keep right on top of him. Put the combinations, okay?
That was Bob Brown, manager of Jimmy Young, which we taped between the rounds. We're in round 8, and right now, Mr. Jimmy Young has taken the lead. 84 to 77. It is 84-77, Young on top of Ballard at the end of 7 rounds. We are now in round 8. Round 7, I stand corrected. It is round 7. I stand corrected, gentlemen. Neither man has been down.
Oh, that was clean.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Jimmy Young, ranked #1 by Ring Magazine. He says he's the logical contender, the #1 challenger for Muhammad Ali. So does Ken Norton. He's going to come up against Lorenzo Zanon. Now, it is Jimmy Young opening up against a game, but a little bit outclassed. Jody Ballard right now.
Young, a picture of a man going to work. You can hear him working at it. You can see him bringing out all the tools.
pretty good example of what Brown said. Press him, press him. He's pressing him all over him.
Ballard left for the first 5 rounds. Then Young caught it and now has passed him in the voting. Now
Young has won his rounds decisively.
Yeah, now Young is starting to pile up some points. And Jody Ballard appears to be a bit tired now. We'll be going to Muhammad Ali in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Larry Merchant find out from heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali his comments on the proceedings to date on our Night with the Heavyweights on NBC. That's coming up in about 5 seconds. And the score shows Jimmy Young with 99 points, Jody Ballard with 89 points. So you can see that Jimmy Young is now pulling away and leads by 10 going into the 8th round of a scheduled 10-rounder. Ken Norton against Lorenzo Zanon to follow on our Night with the Heavyweights here at Las Vegas on NBC. Joe and Brian. You think Ballard is going to be able to stay with this man for the rounds?
I think it'll go 10, but I don't think he's going to knock him out. I think Jimmy Young's got the fight.
I'll go along with that. I don't think Young will take Ballard out, mainly because Ballard's going to hang on and really just grab at Young and do anything he can to stick around. But I think right now it's apparent that he isn't in Young's class.
Young with Ballard up against the ropes now. Overhand right. Another overhand right by Ballard. Ballard trying to fight, get us some points back. He's got a long mountain to climb.
Can't get in. The door's locked. Jimmy Young just puts the elbows up. That's it.
There goes Young. Going to work on Ballard's head. Right and left exchanges. You can hear it in the background. See it right there.
And Ballard backing off now.
Ballard in trouble here. Round 8. Now he's starting to fight back. Ballard trying to get inside of Young now. Jimmy, the 2-inch in height advantage, the 8-pound weight advantage, and the experience. This is his 29th pro fight. The other man has had 33 pro fights, but not the same caliber as Jimmy Young.
Jody Ballard's gloves look like they've been dipped in concrete. They're very heavy.
Young using Ballard now for a punching bag. Ballard trying to fight his way out of the corner. Tries to stick him with the left. Stand now. Young just content now to hide behind the gloves here. The old peekaboo style. Then open up again. Now Young begins to straighten up Ballard. That was the end of round 8, and we're going to show you a little bit of that flurry early. 114 points for Young, 101 for Ballard. Going in, so 13-point difference going into the next to last round, scheduled for 10. Jimmy Young anxiously awaiting an opportunity to get back into the ring with Muhammad Ali. Claims he's the #1 challenger. Ken Norton says, I am the logical contender. And Ken Norton will Coming up next on our night with the heavyweights as he gets into the ring with Milan, Italy's Lorenzo Zenon. Right here on NBC, so don't go away.
I thought we'd have more fireworks, more knockouts, but night's not over. I think that Mr. Norton could have put a charge into somebody.
I think most of the people here probably felt as you did, Joe, that we'd see a lot of knockouts, but Ward surprised.
We've had only one fight stopped short. That was Larry Holmes with a 7th round TKO over young Sanford, our first bout of the evening. For those of you who joined us late, as Jimmy Young begins to use Jody right now for some target practice.
Jody's definitely in trouble.
He is. Jimmy's going right after him. Jody Ballard in trouble. Jimmy Young took a look back at the referee saying, will you stop this thing? I don't want to really hurt this guy.
Charles Roth right now showing no inclination to do that. Although he is taking a look very deeply into Mr. Ballard's eyes.
Young is really teeing off now on Jody Ballard. Ballard trying to come back. Ballard appearing still to have his reflexes with him, but not as sharp, of course, as they were at the beginning, but he had a little bit of a lead in the first couple of rounds.
A lot of Ballard's punches are reflex action.
Yeah.
Just getting hit and knows he should throw a punch.
They started to say Ron Lyle. I was interrupted by that flurry. Ron Lyle scored a decision over Stan Ward earlier.
Young threw a low blow at Ballard. The corner screamed. We heard Young back off and say, I'm sorry. It was accidental.
Ooh. Straightened him up with that left hand, did Young. Ballard staying right in there with Jimmy. Overhand right. The seconds to go here in round 9.
It's your face.
We go to the 10th and final round. An overwhelming lead for Jimmy Young. 129 points to 113 for Jody Ballard. So he's got a 16-point lead. The only way Ballard can win now is a knockout. Even if he were to pick up 5 points from all 3 judges here, he'd still be a point short.
Jody Ballard, you saw shun the touch of gloves to open the 10th round. Rushed over to engage Mr. Young. Young's laughing at him.
He ran to meet him. Looked like the semifinals of the Golden Gloves the way he went after him.
He just tapped him on the shoulder, Ballard, and say, hey, come on, break. And Ballard let him have one. Now Williams, Jimmy Young open up again. He's got a hurt after 2 of those, Joe. Like a foul ball off the mask, right?
Without wearing it.
Some kind of effort on Mr. Young, I'll tell you.
Ooh, right hand set him up straight. We're going to be going into the ring to talk to the winner in just a few moments here.
Mr. Ballard gets some points for gameness.
He sure does.
He's a
Stayed
tough
right
kid.
in there.
He's a tough kid, but he is in very tough company.
26-year-old Jody Ballard has taken everything that Jimmy Young has thrown at him tonight. Neither man has been down. We're in the 10th and final round of a scheduled 10-rounder. And Ballard comes back with an uppercut. And a tough fight. Ballard led early. Young caught him about the 5th or 6th round. Passed him and now has a sizable, insurmountable lead unless Ballard happens to land a lucky one.
I've got to believe that Norton's going to make it worth the price of admission.
1 minute to play.
I think so.
Here in the 10th round.
Don't forget, we have that bout coming up right after this one. Ken Norton going against Lorenzo Zenon.
Jimmy Young opening up once again. And Jody Ballard in the closing moments of the 10th and final round hit him with an overhand right. That grunting we hear is Jimmy Young. That isn't Ballard. That's Young.
He's hitting and singing.
That's it.
It's funny how you grunt louder when you're winning.
Oh, yeah.
Ballard stays in there, fellas.
It takes too much effort when you're losing.
The closing seconds.
Low, low.
And that does it.
Ended on a sour note. Jimmy Young struck a very, very low blow to Jody Ballard. He